everyone! Last time we have discussed about the different terms related to circle. This time we will focus on the different theorems related specifically on chords, arcs, central angles, and inscribed angles. So let us start now. Let us start with the first theorem. So kung mapapansin natin, meron na tayong dalawang figure kasi yan yung gagamitin natin para sa Theorem 1. So, ang sabi sa Theorem 1, in a circle or in congruent circles, una, congruent central angles intercept congruent arcs. Anong ibig sabihin? Kung meron akong congruent central angles, halimbawa, angle AOB. Kung yung angle AOB ay congruent sa angle FPE. Ito yung FPE. Then, we can say that arc AB is congruent to arc FE. Ito yun. So, anong sabi ng unang theorem? Kapag merong congruent na arc, kapag may congruent na central angles, then yung kanyang mga arcs ay also congruent. That's the first one. Then, another part ng theorem 1 is congruent chords have congruent arcs. Kapag meron daw congruent chords, then yung arc niya congruent na rin. So, halimbawa, if chord CD, simulan natin sa chord CD. Halimbawa, si chord CD ay congruent kay chord GH. Then, we can say that yung arc niya, yung arc CD, ay congruent na rin sa arc ng kabilang chord na arc GH. Okay? Pag congruent ang chord, then congruent ang arc. Kapag congruent ang angle, then congruent din ang arc. Pangatlong bahagi ng Theorem 1. Yan. Congruent arcs have congruent central angles. So kung mapapansin, this is the opposite nung letter A. Kanina, pag congruent ang angles, congruent ang arc. Ngayon, kapag congruent daw ang arc, then automatic na ang congruent ang kanyang central angles. So, halimbawa, if AB, arc AB, ito yon, arc AB ay congruent daw kay arc FE, ito yung FE, then, yung angle na katapat niya, yung AOB, ay magiging congruent na rin sa katapat ng FE, which is angle FPE. So, yan ang Theorem 1. Kapag congruent ang angles, then congruent ang arc. Kapag congruent ang chords, then congruent ang arc. At kapag congruent ang arc, then congruent din ang central angles. Malinaw po? Let us have this example. So, pansinin. Ito yung figure na binigay. Let us solve for the value of x. So, kung makikita, meron tayong markings. May markings tayo ng AB at CD na congruent. Anong sabi kanina sa theorem? Kapag congruent ang chord, ibig sabihin, congruent din ang arcs. So, yung katapat na arc nitong chord na to, yung AB, ay magiging congruent sa katapat nito na CD. So, congruent na sila. Kapag congruent ang ating arcs, anong sabi? Congruent arcs will give congruent angles. So, kung itong angle na to ay 105 degrees, then, itong x ay congruent niya. So, we can say that x is equal to 105 degrees. Nakuha po? Alright. Let us proceed with Theorem 2. Ito naman ang figure na gagamitin natin para sa Theorem 2. Sabi sa Theorem 2, in a circle, una, if a segment from a center to the chord is perpendicular to the chord, then the segment bisects the chord. Anong sabi? Kung ang segment daw mula sa center, itong segment na to mula sa center, papunta sa chord, ay perpendicular to the chord. Anong ibig sabihin ng perpendicular? Di ba pag perpendicular, nagpo-form ng 90 degrees. So, kung yung segment daw from center to the chord, itong OA, ay perpendicular sa chord mismo na CD, Then, yung segment na yon ay binabisect yung chord. So, in this example, kung si OA ay perpendicular kay CD, then, pag sinabing bisect, hinahati into equal parts. So, si CD ay mahahati. So, CA will be equal to AD. Ulitin natin. Kung si OA ay perpendicular kay CD, then, mahahati si CD into two equal parts. That is, si CA at si AD. Malinaw po? Pangalawa or letter B ng Theorem 2. Sabi naman, if a segment from the center bisects a chord, then the segment is perpendicular to the chord. Actually, this is the opposite of letter A. Kanina, perpendicular kaya it bisects. Ngayon, baliktad. Kapag binisect naman daw, pag sinabing binisect, then automatic na magiging perpendicular. Halimbawa, kung si CA ay equal kay AD, kung CA ay equal sa AD, ibig sabihin na bisect or nahati into two equal parts. CA equal kay AD. Then, we can say na si OA ay perpendicular kay CD. Malinaw po ang ating second theorem? Alright. Let us have an example. Let us solve for the unknown and also solve for CA and AD. Alright, let's look at the figure. What do you notice? What do you notice? Oops, ma'am, meron pong symbol na ganito. Ano ibig sabihin? That is the symbol for perpendicular or right angle. Anong sabi ng theorem? Kapag perpendicular, then it bisects. And if it bisects, then it divides into two equal parts. So we can say that CA will be equal to AD. Ayan, kasi it bisects eh. So kung equal si CA kay AD, pwede na tayong mag-solve. So CA should be equal to AD. Eh, ang CA ay 2x minus 3. At ang AD naman daw ay 4x minus 7. They should be equal kasi it bisects. Then, solve natin. So, kapag sinolve natin yan, copy ko muna yung negative 3. Uunahin ko yung mga numbers sa kaliwa. Tapos yung mga letter or yung may variable sa kanan. So, bring down ko yung negative 3. Then, si negative 7 magiging positive 7 na. Ito yung naaalala ninyo, yung ating APE or addition property of equality. Medyo shortcut lang natin ng konti. So then, that will be equal to 4x. Then, yung 2x, anong mangyayari? Magiging negative 2x by APE ulit. And then, let's combine like terms. So, negative 3 plus 7, that is 4. And that is equal to 4x minus 2x, that is 2x. Alright. So, anong gagawin natin to get the value of x? Yes, we're going to use the MPE or we're going to multiply both sides by 1/2. And what we usually do pag medyo nagmamadali tayo, we are dividing both sides by 2. Okay, so pag dinivide ko na yung 2x minus 2x divided by 2 at yung 4 divided by 2, then x will be equal to 2. Na-solve na natin yung unknown. Eh, meron pang hinihingi. We still need to solve for CA and AD. Solve ko naman si CA. Alam lang natin that CA is equal to 2x minus 3. Anong gagawin? Since nakuha na natin yung value ng x, we are going to substitute that to the x. So, imbis na x, magiging 2. So, 2 times x, so 2 na yan, minus 3. Then, 2 times 2 is 4 minus 3. What's 4 minus 3? 1. Therefore, CA is 1. And then, we're going to solve for AD. Ay, ma'am, anong gagawin? Isa-substitute po. Pwede, isa-substitute natin, pero may mas madali. What is the answer? Yes, the answer is AD is equal to 1. Alam mo, paano nangyari? Eh, di ba equal sila? Di ba they are congruent? O, so kung ang CA ko ay 1, ang AD ko ay 1 din. Ay, ma'am, pwede po ba mag-substitute na lang din ako? Yes. If I'm going to substitute that, so 4 times 2 is 8 minus 7, still the answer is 1. Malinaw po? Alright, proceed tayo. Yan. Let us continue with Theorem 3. Sabi naman, in a circle or in congruent circles, una, if two chords are congruent, then they have equal distances from the center. Kung ang dalawang chord daw ay congruent, then parehas ang distance nila mula sa center. So in this example or in this figure, if BE is congruent to chord CD, etong CD, then we can say that it is equidistant. So, yung OF, di ba OF yung distance from center to the chord, yung OF will also be equal to OA. So, that's the first one. Then, second, if two chords are equidistant from the center, then the chords are congruent. Anong napansin? Yes, this is the opposite of letter A. Kanina, kung congruent ang chord, then equidistant. Ngayon, kung equidistant, then congruent. So, this time, mauuna na yung distance. So, kung yung OF daw ay equal kay OA, OF at OA, then we can say that BE is also equal to CD. Malinaw po? Alright. Let us have this example or examples. So, unang figure. Tingnan nga natin. Anong makikita natin sa unang figure? 5, 5. Oy, equal. Equidistant. Anong sabi kanina sa theorem? Kapag equidistant, then congruent ang chords. Eh, ma'am, hindi naman po binigay yung chord na buo. Yes, pero meron din tayong theorem na kapag perpendicular, then it bisects. Kung ito ay 10, ito na rin ay 10. So, ano man ang value nito, yun din ang value nito. Therefore, kung ang value nito ay 10, at ito naman ay equal din naman sa kabilang chord, then ano ang value ng x natin? Tama, without solving anything, we can say that the value of x is 10. Very good. Proceed tayo sa pangalawa. Solve natin yung value ng x ulit. Okay, ano ang napapansin? Ma'am, perpendicular. Yes. If it's perpendicular, then it bisects. When it bisects, it means they are equal. So, kung 4 ang value nito, anong value ng CA? Tama, 4 din ang CA. Now, paano ko isosolve yung x? Ano ang napansin sa figure na nabuo? Ma'am, triangle po. Yes. Anong klase ng triangle? Ma'am, may 90 degrees. Kapag may 90 degrees, that is? Tama, that is a right triangle. At kapag right triangle, anong theorem ang ginagamit natin to solve? Tama, that is the Pythagorean theorem. At ang sabi ni Pythagorean theorem, hypotenuse squared is equal to the sum of the squares of the two sides. So, we can say that x squared, kasi ito yung hypotenuse natin, x squared is equal to the first side 3 squared plus the second side 4 squared. Yan, solve natin. X squared will be equal to, ang 3 squared natin ay 9. At ang 4 squared natin ay 16. Solve natin. 9 plus 16. Tama. X squared will be 25. Paano ko kukunin ang value ng x? Kailangan ma-eliminate ko tong 2 na to. How will I do that? Tama. We're going to extract the roots. So, we're going to get the square root of both sides. The square root of x squared is x. And what is the square root of 25? Tama. 5. Ma'am, di ba po ang square root ng 25 ay positive or negative 5? Yes, but we are going to take only 5. Bakit? Because we are referring to distance. Take note, we have no negative distance. So, ang value ng ating x ay 5. Nakukuha? Alright. Alright, let us proceed with Theorem 4. Ang sabi ni Theorem 4, the measure of a central angle is equal to the measure of the arc it intercepts. So, kung ano daw ang measure ng central angle, yun na rin ang measure ng arc. So, halimbawa, in this figure, if measurement of COA, angle COA is 80, then Anong ibig sabihin? CA or arc CA will also be 80. Bakit? Kung ano ang measure ng central angle, siya rin ang measure ng kanyang arc. Malinaw po? Ayan, let us proceed with Theorem 5. In the same circle or incongruent circles, una, if two arcs are equal, then they subtend equal central angles or chords. Ano daw ang sabi? Kung ang dalawang arc ay equal, halimbawa, if arc CA is congruent to arc AB, ito, then, yun daw kanyang central angles or kanyang chords ay magiging congruent na rin. So, itong CA, ang kanyang sinasubtend na central angle ay ang COA. Yun namang AB, ang kanyang sinasubtend ay AOB. So, kung equal or congruent ang CA at ang AB, then yung COA ay congruent na rin sa AOB. Alright, proceed tayo sa second one. Sabi, if two central angles or chords are congruent, then they intercept equal arcs. So, kung mapapansin, this is again the opposite of letter A. Kanina, kung ang arc ay equal, then yung central angles ay equal. Ngayon, kung ang central angles naman ang congruent, then yung kanilang arcs ay congruent na rin. So, if angle COA, halimbawa, ay congruent sa angle AOB, then we can say that the arc that it subtends, CA, will also be congruent to the arc AB. Malinaw po? Alright. Let us have Theorem 6. Sabi naman sa Theorem 6, an angle inscribed in a circle is, una, half the central angle intercepting the same arc. Kalahati ng central angle na nag-i-intercept ng same na arc. Halimbawa, kung ang aking central angle ay kung aking inscribed angle ay CBA, then it is half of the central angle COA. Bakit? Kasi po, yung CBA at yung COA, parehas ang kanilang arc, si arc CA. So, kapag ganyan daw, ang value ng inscribed angle ay kalahati ng central angle. So, kung ang central angle ko ay 80, anong magiging value ng inscribed angle? Kalahati. So, that will be 40. In the same manner, pag sinabi kong ang inscribed angle ay 40, then yung kanyang central angle, dodoblehin mo naman. So, that is 80. Take note, si inscribed ay mas maliit kay central angle. Kasi yan yung usual na napagpapalit ng students eh. Si central ay mas malaki kay intercepting. So, intercepting, inscribed rather. So, si inscribed angle ay mas maliit. Si inscribed angle ay kalahati ni central angle. And in the same manner, it is also half the measure of the intercepted arc. Kalahati ng arc. Bakit? Kasi di ba sabi natin kanina, ano man ang central angle, siya rin ang arc. So, kung kalahati si inscribed ni central, then kalahati pa rin si inscribed ni arc. Okay, so here, angle CBA again is half the measure of arc CA. So, kung si CBA daw ay magiging kalahati lang ng arc CA. So, kung pag sinabi natin na 80 si CA, si arc CA, then si CBA ay kalahati, then it will be 40 degrees. Alright? Naintindihan po? Okay. Alright, under ng ating theorem na nahuli, or Theorem 6, meron tayong mga corollaries. Pag sinabing corollaries, ito yung mga nabubuo nating ideas out of that theorem. So, let us have this first corollary. Sorry for that. Alright, so the first one is, two inscribed angles that intercept the same arc are congruent. Kung meron daw dalawang inscribed angle, tapos iisa lang or same lang yung arc nila, then these angles will be congruent. Like in the figure, kung ang aking CBA, inscribed angle CBA, ay ang kanyang arc ay si CA. Si inscribed angle CDA naman, ang kanyang arc ay si CA pa rin. So, ibig sabihin, nag-share sila ng common na arc, then we can say that they are equal. Bakit? Tingnan mo. Di ba ang ating CA halimbawa ay 80? Kalahati niya ng ating ang ating inscribed angle na CBA. Then, si CDA kalahati pa rin kasi inscribed angle din siya. So, ang value ng kalahati ng 80 ay 40 pa din. What do you notice? CBA is equal to CDA. So, take note, if the two inscribed angles are sharing the same intercepted arc, then they are congruent. Second corollary. Sabi naman, an angle inscribed in a semicircle is a right angle. So, ito yung figure. Kapag meron daw angle na inscribed sa semicircle, automatic right angle. Bakit? Kasi po, sabi natin kanina, di ba, ang inscribed angle ay kalahati ng arc. Okay. Ang semicircle, ang measure ay 180, tama? So, ito yung kanyang inscribed angle. Ito yung semicircle. Ano nga ulit yung measure ng semicircle? Tama, 180. Anong kalahati ng 180? Tama, 90. Ano bang klase ng angle kapag 90 degrees? Tama, that is a right angle. So, kapag ang inscribed angle ay nasa semicircle, automatic, kahit hindi mo isolve, automatic yan na right angle. Alright, last. The opposite angles of a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle are supplementary. Ano po ibig sabihin? Kapag sinabing quadrilateral, apat na sides. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inscribed in a circle, ibig sabihin that quadrilateral, the vertices of the quadrilateral are on the circle. So, tulad nito, di ba? On the circle yung kanyang vertices. Yan. So, yung opposite angles daw nila ay supplementary. Ma'am, ano nga ulit yung supplementary? Kapag sinabing supplementary, pag pinag-add sila, it should be 180. So, let us take two opposite angles here. Halimbawa, itong HIJ. Ano ang ka-opposite niya? Yung katapat niya? Tama, ito. That is HKJ. They are opposite angles in a quadrilateral. Sabi, they are supplementary. So, kung sinabi halimbawa na si HIJ ay 80, anong magiging measure ni HKJ? Sabi, supplementary, 80 ba? Hindi po. They are not equal. They can be equal, but they don't need to be always equal. Alright? Ang kailangan sa kanila ay maging supplementary. Ibig sabihin, kailangan pag pinag-add ko yung dalawa, magiging 180. So, ano dapat ang maging value nito? Tama. The value of HKJ should be 100. Para pag pinag-plus ko sila, magiging 180. Magiging sila ay supplementary. Okay? Nakuha po ba? Naintindihan po ba ang lahat ng theorems at ng corollaries? Nawa ay natutunan. Kung meron po kayong mga katanungan, pwede niyo pong itanong sa inyong mga guro. Okay, so nawa ay may natutunan ng lahat. And with that, thank you so much!